Marlin got himself that 14. That's not bad. But Wardell did get himself that 17.
Okay.
Hmm.
Perfect. So then Borodal will be first. Roll me a D100, sir.
I think I've gotten this one before, but it might have been for a different character. 84?
Let me see. I don't know if Borodal got a chance to answer this one. Do you have a secret hunch of how you will die?
Uh, yeah, no, this one was in fact Borodal because
Okay, perfect.
his answer was people back home might be
Yeah.
unhappy with his mission here.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll again. We'll get a different one.
Okay, 24.
24. Is your character more forgiving of others or forgiving of themselves?
Oh, definitely more forgiving of others. The standards that he has been that he needs to hold himself to first by family and others kind of imprinted on how he has to do himself. So failure is not particularly smiled upon. It's very much frowned upon.
Okay,
Here, it's
okay.
not an option.
Perfect. And Miss Mercedes, roll me a D100.
Okay, let's see. What do we get? That's a 91.
Let's see. Who is someone you genuinely fear?
Oh. Well, guy who killed Father Aymar definitely would be up there. And seeing the devastation, especially brought on by pride, that'd be one as well. And let's see. Then Asmodeus, but I think more closely related to herself, in particular, the guy who killed Father Aymar.
Okay. I can
You never
definitely
know,
see
they
that.
might
Be
be
right
one and
up
the
there.
same.
That's all people you fear
Could be. I've
so
speculated
far.
that.
Also,
So
might be
far.
our
Mm-hmm.
dad for all we know.
Yeah. I can't wait to figure out who that guy in particular is exactly. It's really
Who
grinding
your
on my
dad is,
brain.
or who the general, the guy that killed Father Amar is?
The general.
Okay.
General. Yeah, when I'm not thinking about who their dad is, I'm thinking about who that guy is.
Also, you guys were. I remember one of our theories. What if he's still alive and this was just like a simulacrum of him that was just tasked with guarding you,
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and the real him has like just been a demon the whole time. Just went there like, hey, your time's up, but we got to play this out. So stab, and then just the big Darth Vader reveal.
I am your
Yeah.
father.
Who knows?
You
All of
do.
these are definitely possibilities, but Marlon, go ahead
Hey,
and roll me another D100.
because I've guessed right before. Last time, the gnome matrix was actually right on one of my old campaigns, and we had no idea until the end.
Huh.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
No.
Sorry, everything went like super, super quiet for like but I thought we were out.
No, Marlon, waiting on a D100.
I'm getting a lot of fours, just 54.
Okay.
Interesting.
What genre of music is your character like?
The genre of music that Merlin likes is actually a good sea shanty is actually something very much up his alley.
Ooh, if Roll the Old Chariot Along isn't on that playlist, what is he even doing?
I mean, look, no one's ever tried. I mean, we've not yet run into too much music aside from like Arthur, so we don't know.
Need more bards.
Oh God, too many bards.
2 is too many. That's fair.
1 is already too many.
Agreed.
That's also fair.
Sidian, you said it was Sidian and then Onyx, or Onyx and then Sidian?
It was Onyx and Sidian. Onyx got an 18.
Oh, I thought you
Funnily
said
enough,
Onyx got an 8.
No. Onyx got an 8. Sid got a 6 on the D20. I rolled both the D100s already. I also got both the same. I got 18 for Onyx and 68 for Sid.
Okay.
Sorry.
18 for Onyx. No, you're fine. I thought I like completely skipped him.
Nah, you're good.
If Onyx were to visit a zoo or aquarium or menagerie of some sort, what do you think they would be most fascinated by?
That's an interesting one. Huh. Hmm. I mean, tempted to just say the rabbits because that's what he was fascinated by before, but I think in general, I think it might be some species of bird. Like, I don't know what specifically. I think just the birds in general. Flamingos, penguins,
Okay.
albatross, I don't know.
He likes birds.
Go with the albatross. Birdie. No, he would not say it like that.
Wonderful. I don't know if birds would like him, but he likes birds. Interesting.
Probably not.
And then you said, what did Sidian get?
68.
I don't know if you've answered this one already, but do you have a fond childhood memory? And if so, what is it?
I think he actually does have a decent amount of good childhood memories. Not when he got older necessarily, but when he was a kid. I think the one to highlight though was like one day when Sid and Mercy were kind of I think caused some kind of like mischief, but they didn't get caught, and like they went up to hide away in that bell tower with the broken bell, and looked out in the city and had a good talk, and they thought that whole bell was so many different things in their time. Ship, mansion, so many things. Made him feel like he could do anything.
Aw. How touching.
Now let's use that against him.
No. But
Oh, she's already got plenty to use against us.
what?
Oh, I'm sure.
Anyways, speaking of, thank you for the warm-up questions. Now for a quick recap on what happened last time. You guys all went your separate way to try and each gain supplies, food for the remaining survivors of Arlock Keep. We began with Borodal and Marlin, who went out to forage and try to hunt in the land around the city. Though mostly barren, they were able to gather up a bit of meat and some wild vegetation that they could bring back that they would be able to eat. While they were out, Marlin caught sight of something rather odd. A large black dog that, for some reason, when he looked at it, brought upon the scent of the sea. Curiously, went over and left it an offering when he was no longer able to find it. While they were doing that, Mercedes and Onyx went off to look through the abandoned houses to see what was left behind. If anything, that they would be able to take back to the inn. While there, they talked about if Onyx would be able to, potentially ignore some of the orders that Sidian gave him. Didn't look like it would, but who knows? But while they were searching through the houses, they were able to find some dried meats, a couple of hard pieces of bread they'd be able to take back. But they also found in one of the houses the body of one of its residents, kind of shriveled up as if it starved to death. Mercedes decided to do what she can to give him at least his last rites before moving on. While back at Sutton Outpost, Sidian, Centurion, and Arthur went off to ask the people of Sutton Outpost for any help they could bring back for Arlock Keep. A bit of confusion occurred when they arrived with the townspeople of Sutton Outpost. Once hopeful, now looking a bit more dejected, thinking that maybe things didn't go as well as they wanted when they went, since they left with 5 and came back with 3, one of them who is completely different. But Sidian, Centurion, and Arthur managed to get a conversation in with the captain, who berated them a little bit for asking for supplies for 4 people, and also kind of got on them a little bit for the time that they spent doing this when they could be after Sloth. Realizing that this might not be the best person to ask for, the group split up even further, with Arthur and Centurion taking a look around Sutton Outpost, and Sidian heading back over to Millstone to the people there who were still very thankful of everything that happened, and were able to supply them with a bit more meat that they would be able to take back. Arthur and Centurion walked around and met the children, where Arthur unsuccessfully tried to hit on Mother Bassina, but Mother Bassina was too preoccupied to even notice that she was getting hit on. But Arthur
Probably for his benefit.
Probably for his benefit. Arthur did get the attention of one of the little boys there, who almost immediately was able to determine that this guy is not from around here. But without pressing further, they decided to head back. And so we will begin with all 3 parties kind of meeting up together after their separate excursions. Arthur and Centurion will be off on their own for this session, um, kind of pulled aside, doing their own thing for a bit, so they will not be here, but the rest of the party. What would you guys like to do?
Well,
I managed to get some food for them. Anybody else have any luck?
yes, a bit.
Something. Not much, but something.
Better than nothing.
When you guys walk in, you will
Suppose
see
that'll have to do for
that
now.
the two dwarven people, the granddaughter and the grandfather, are both passed out now. Though, judging by the empty glasses next to them, you could assume they're passed out from how much they were drinking. But the barkeep is back awake and on her feet again. She is looking for something behind the bar.
Looking for something in particular?
Oh, that's right. I may have insinuated that the strong booze might help them resist the sloth.
I'd forgotten about that.
Get blackout drunk so Sloth can't talk to you.
Yeah.
That's
I
one
mean,
way.
it's one way, and it seems to have worked, allegedly.
Allegedly. I would recommend.
Alcohol poisoning.
I did bring food, and I also brought a couple of, or handful of vials of acid, and I'd tell them, use this in case anything dangerous comes around. Last resort, do not, please, for the love of God, the gods, do not drink this. You will die. But throw it at somebody that is coming at you and should hopefully at least damage them.
If nothing else, give it to your smith. I've heard some techniques of working with metal require it being quenched in acids.
The barkeep
Not
will
specifically
kind of,
what's for it, but sure.
pop her head up and go, "Oh, I don't know how I would be able to give it to him in my current state, but
Oh, well, not you so much as if they ever wake up.
Yeah, just
I
have them on if the need arises, which hopefully that won't.
don't think giving two people in their current state vials of acid is the wisest idea."
Then
But-
you use them.
That's very fair.
I'll keep them
Just
safe.
for the four of your protection. You don't need to have them if you don't want them. I'll just take them back if you don't want them. But I figured it might be better than not having them.
No, we'll keep them here, and I'll keep them away from those two. And she'll take the vials and start to put them underneath the bar.
I mean, that makes total sense. Okay, so you brought some supplies. I got a bit of meat. This might be able to last you guys for a bit, seeing it's just for you guys. Is there a place we can store this?
You could just leave it there. I'll take it down to the cellar. That should be
Perfect.
and she will gather up what you guys offer to her, which combined from you three would probably be enough to feed these four for about a week before either food starts going bad or the
Well, hopefully by that time we have defeated Sloth.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I mean, we can hope. It's definitely hope.
Yeah, it's a hope for sure.
But thank you. I was just taking inventory of what we had left, and without this, we probably would only have enough food to last us till tomorrow.
survive a couple days without. No, I'm not saying this out loud. I should clarify. Can last a couple days without food, but best to keep them fed for as long as possible.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we need them as strong and healthy as we can to help them fight off the ever-growing urge to not do anything until they die or do something to die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fatal lethargy is not what we're looking for.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, it might be what they're
Not
looking for.
this run.
So,
Not this time.
Not this run.
not yet.
The Renegade is next
Plus,
game.
we'll try it again.
Do the Renegade playthrough.
Oh god. See what alternate endings we can get.
I
no,
want
but
all evil
It's
characters,
bad
guys.
now.
All evil characters.
oh god.
You team up with
Domain
the
of
Sims.
Death, Oathbreakers. I just want just a mean character.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
But this barmaid will go down to the cellar with the meat and supplies that you guys brought, and we'll come back up with 3 more bottles because what they do have is plenty of alcohol.
Lots and lots of booze.
We have plenty of that, and that is a good way to end the day. What kind of day are we looking at? Because I know we've spent a lot of it, like, doing stuff.
As of right now, while you guys are coming back, the sun will probably be setting, and it is starting to get dark out.
All right. Now, I know what Marlon's going to do, but I'm trying to think. Bordel's still trying to do the mending, so I think he's probably going to want to try and talk to Sid when he gets a chance.
Bordal. Yeah, that's fair. Sid is probably gonna relax for a little bit, like 10, 15 minutes or so after they get back. But he's gonna mention that he's going to test the portal to see if it's what the situation on the other side is. See if they can deal with the going directly to the city that way. Save a bit of travel time.
Wait, which city?
The city that Sloth is in. I want to see, because there's probably devils, but want to at least test and see if he can, or if we can tomorrow morning when we decide to head out, just go through the portal to save the travel time.
And just bust into, like, enemy territory.
Well, if we can, I mean, we're gonna get there anyway. Gotta.
I mean, no, that's valid strategy.
Okay, so
So I don't know if you want to, or somebody else wants to do stuff for that before that, or what?
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
All right. If no one else is going to do anything, I've got a song. I don't even know how would I call it. Just makeshift acquaintance with barmaid, and I'm going to try and see if I can like lighten up the situation with Sid and Merlin.
I like how everyone's trying to fix that relationship.
It is. It looks fine, and then it looks like a powder keg, and it just swaps back and forth. And I like Bordel is afraid that I don't want this to go physical because, well, he's seen how things go when that happens.
Yeah, that would be not a great, especially with the full team. Like if it's again like part of why
Nobody wins in that situation is the thing. Like this, it's just messy.
Not without twisted priorities.
True.
We want to work together.
I swear we didn't plan this.
Yep. Didn't plan on doing it this way.
We were planning on making things like super hard for you in another way, you know, by just railroading and just completely derailing things.
Nice.
What's
But
it
not
called?
like this. Not like this.
Yeah. Totally different, new, and refreshing way.
Oh god, no, but this barmaid will lay out a bunch of glasses on the table, enough for each of you guys to grab one, and she'll just start pouring this thick ale from these bottles into these glasses. She doesn't offer them to you, she just assumes whoever wants one will come up and grab one, but she will start making almost makeshift beds on these tables in front of her for these dwarves that are passed out.
Fair enough.
Marlin will go and help her with that, and Bordel's gonna head over with a drink for himself and then grab one and offer it to Sid.
Sid? Sid was gonna walk up and grab one himself, so I assume that you probably like beat him there and
If I can, if not, then I'll just awkwardly hold a second drink and just keep it.
I'll say Sid, like you get there first, and Sid, you try passing one to Sid, and he gives you a weird look, and then kind of just like shakily and slowly grabs it from your hand, like okay.
So I'm just gonna roll a quick sleight of hand, just because now he's officially accepted the drink.
What are you rolling sleight of hand for?
Palm was over the drink when I handed it to him, so it wasn't from underneath. It was palm over.
Oh, do I need to roll the sleight of hand?
No, I'm messing with you. I did not.
Oh.
I would never poison your drink in front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
Remember, he does have that immunity ability. But yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know, because I don't think
That's also
this
fair.
certain character knows much about him yet.
Also fair. Do you say anything as you're given the drink, or?
Oh, yeah, no, if he does accept it, slowly start up and go. So I was wondering, Mr. Sidian, could we, well, if you'd spare a moment, just to talk.
I suppose.
Excellent. Well, where would you fancy a sit?
I'm gonna like pull one of the chairs from the like table, like one of the table beds, and just without like having a table directly in front of us, it's just gonna kind of sit down in it.
Gotta ask.
Yeah.
They're only making table beds for the two dwarves. Are you just kicking out the dwarves in the table beds?
Are they using the chairs? I assume they were like.
No,
I also don't know why they're doing
enough to
table.
where no one's asked.
I don't know why they're putting the beds on top of the tables instead of just on the floor.
I mean, I don't either, but I'm not questioning how she runs her bar. I mean, yeah. I'll admit, if they roll, they're just gonna smack to the floor. But that's her entertainment. Go for it.
Depending on like how the tables are set up, like if you just tip it to like the side a little bit, like the entire table's gonna fall over.
Like I said, I'm not judging her form of entertainment.
Nitpick the table beds. I'm just pulling a chair from one of the tables. It isn't necessarily one of the table beds then.
Yeah, no, cool. He will take his own seat from somewhere else and join you wherever? Are you sitting at a table, or are you just sitting in the middle of the room with a chair?
I think it's next to one of the tables. I do think he was trying to do like not necessarily intimidation, but like a power move of just sitting without a table.
Okay, how close are we to the sleeping dwarves? Because I don't want to wake them up. A hungover, cranky dwarf is not something I really want to deal with.
Fair. I'll say a decent bit away. I'll just sit at one of the other tables for simplicity's sake.
Oh, yeah, no, then I'll totally join that. Just quick cheers with a drink and take my first swig.
Yeah, he's continuing to do that, like, okay, what's going on here? Sort of, not really certain what your play is here.
Well, as I've been both informed and witnessed, things seem to be a bit, I was going to say tense, but he did literally threaten your creation. I was going to say hostile, but as I also overheard, you've given it permission to, you said just take him out?
I don't think he said that in front of you. And I don't know, didn't Mercy say something?
Oh, no, he wasn't there for that. He was literally just listening around and outside the conversations.
Okay. I don't want it to come to that, but I think it's fair to give it the ability to let it have his ability to defend himself if the situation does arise.
Did he not have that before? Did he need your permission to engage anything?
He did, but it's more expressly stated now. I hope it doesn't come to that. It's just there was a misunderstanding, and I guess I don't understand why. I understand why you got the grudge. I don't understand why it's so pertinent at the moment.
Well, I can't really speak for him, but I can more or less say he's never going to let that go until it comes to head, and it could literally be over a drink, over a simple fight, or something else entirely.
I suppose I can understand where he's coming from with that. Well, what's your thoughts? What's your take on this?
Showing them it's better to be allies than not. And with a bit of time and his poison of choice as usual, I think we can put this forcibly behind us with just a simple, I don't want to say something light, but more than likely something less destructive than he's likely thinking.
Fair enough.
And I'm hoping to guide things along that direction. I'm just wondering if that's something you're amicable to, Mr. City.
I think I would be. It's been a long day after all. I do assume that you're referring to the alcoholic type of poison, not the more literal sense, because I think that would necessarily improve the situation.
I wish I could say that. I really do, but I also don't want to just start off this conversation with a blatant lie.
Is that what you were thinking? I thought you were friends. I'm assuming.
Oh, no. Oh, we are. I do consider him a very good friend. I also know him, what he's both capable of, a bit of what he's done, not all, and a vague idea of what his main goals are. He knows a bit of mine as well. We've talked before, traveled a bit before.
Any of those that you'd care to share here, or that might help me understand the situation a bit?
He's a man who's made mistakes. And while he does accept that those were his mistakes, he is seeking to correct them. But he's also not above making new ones to correct the old ones. And I'm trying best as I can just not to make too big one. I'm hoping for no new ones, is what I'm trying to say. It's just...
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm not opposed to this. I do have something that I'd like to take care of tonight before I get liquored up fully.
No, yes. Is there something you need help with, or just a bit of your own busy work?
Well, like I mentioned briefly, I'm going to test the portal. I'm going to send my familiar Calatrus to investigate, and then hopefully things will be clear. Probably wish to check in the morning, but it'll give us some answers on whether we're going to be taking the short way or the long way, I suppose, to our next destination.
I might be able to help with that. I have no idea if this will even work, but it's certainly worth a try.
Perhaps. What do you have in mind?
You're going to try and send your familiar. I could send an associate of my own and see if they can also glean anything.
Interesting. I think that might be worth a shot if this associate would be... You're fine with sending them into this perilous situation. I don't know what we'd be finding on the other side. More than likely devils.
If I can phrase it right, I may be able to get a favor from him in order to let him do this. But, it's all about wording.
Fair enough. Do you want to take care of that now, or do you need some time to prepare?
I think at the time would be best. It's best as in one of these situations, it's best when you don't want to say spring it on them all at once, but very much spring it on them all at once.
Well, I understand that. Calatrus isn't always ecstatic. I think with that, Calatrus is gonna come out from behind. She wasn't hiding behind his leg, but she walks out from behind his leg and kind of. I think she rubs up against your leg, kind of like a curious head rub.
Evaluative. Does this man cut the mustard?
Well, it's good to see you too, darling. I hope your endeavor proves fruitful and my associate is somewhat helpful.
Wait, who did you say? What was the name you said there?
For who or what?
Oh, what name did you say there? You said somebody's name.
Hoping my associate was proving helpful to you when I'm essentially talking to Calatrus.
Okay. I see. All right.
Oh, also, do you know by chance if you or our friend with the scars or the new... I have no idea how long the one with the horns is going to stay with us, or perhaps your creation or your sister. In the long term, any of them in the market for something made of a new metal?
It was Sapphire Steel, right? Was the name that you gave? Yeah, Sapphire Steel. You mean that?
Well, the kind we dug up has to be processed, but know someone who's gotten a bit of the refined and ready to work with the material already. And we don't have the time now, bit of a schedule. But on the way back, if we get a bit of time to work with the substance, do you know anyone who would have something they'd need made from the substance? More
I can actually
immediate than others?
work with the substance. Have you already checked with them? They might know more. I have a hard time believing that Mercedes is going to part with that sword of hers. But
More why I'm asking, less sword, and she does seem to kind of wear armor or a shield. This is essentially my attempt to barter a bit of goodwill between one of the party members and the others, at least in a way to mend things. But like I said, this is more of a long-term thing.
I'm not certain. It would depend. Perhaps I think it's likely that one of them might be interested, but can't say for certain. I'm sorry, that's just kind of my way of knowing, like saying I don't know either.
If nothing else, I might be able to convince him to make your new friend or your creation a few new parts to make him look a bit more. I don't know. I think he'd look really interesting with some sapphire additions, maybe a bit of plating, a few linings.
That is a good point. He could potentially use the weapons, or use some sapphire steel weapons, but I'm not certain if we have the time for that now.
Well, depending on when you all plan to take off, if we can make it by the end of day tomorrow, more or less. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check with Smith. We might have one weapon to field test, as it were.
Probably would be best if we try to leave tomorrow morning. There's not much more to do other than perhaps waiting around.
That works.
I do think that they would appreciate the sentiment, though. I guess that I don't know if we want to continue with this, or does somebody else have something they want to do? Because it sounds like you need some time before we get to that, or we can just jump to that. I don't know.
I mean, I'm good if someone else wants to do something.
I guess that would specifically be you, Mercy, because it's just, I mean,
Yeah.
or any of the other
Well,
characters.
Miss Mercedes, what are you doing right now?
She'd just be sitting with these guys. She would have taken one of those drinks, poured it into her tankard, and just listening to the plans they're trying to form. And finally she would say something to the effect of, whatever plans we have, we need to make them happen soon. We should be moving on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm eager to face sloth, but the sooner the better, certainly.
You guys are welcome to stay here for the night. You'll hear the barmaid kind of speak up from behind the bar now that the dwarves are settled on their table beds. I have rooms in the back with beds that you guys could sleep in. I just laid these two out here so that I could keep a better eye on them.
It's fair. That would be appreciated.
It's the least I could do for
Thank you very much.
the food and the help that you've given us. And hopefully that will help you on your journey tomorrow. It sounds like you guys have a tough battle ahead of you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And
really
gentlemen, are there any diabolical measures you need my assistance with this evening?
Diabolical measures?
And she says this with like only a tinge of playfulness, like she can barely kind of muster up some sort of playfulness amidst all the seriousness of everything that's going on.
Let's see. I think we should be good if you did want to stay up, because I am going to test and see, hopefully, things will be safe so that we can get there quickly. But
Well, then I'll stay up and watch your tests.
all right. And shouldn't be any problems, but that's the ideal of the situation.
Let's go ahead and test it out, I suppose.
So you
I
guys
guess
make your way back
can do
out
that now?
to the teleportation circle then?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is your friend ready?
He is. Just let me know when you're about to start.
I think we're about to start. I guess we're about to start, or we're starting. Do you want to send them together, or do you want to send them separately? He'll ask.
Together is fine.
Okay. Do you want to describe your friend to us?
Yes, one of you has seen this before. He will, from his back, start to unsheath what looks like a broken longsword, and then he essentially hooks it halfway to the sheath, to the sword unsheathing, so about 3 inches, about 3/4 of the way out, before you notice that the blade is in fact broken, and he just hangs it on his hip. And from it, a bit of eerie mist starts evaporating from the blade, and a figure starts to become visible. Not much detail yet, but you can more or less make out a cloak, some glowing eyes.
Interesting. Is he particularly stealthy? Now we'll find out. So I'm gonna direct this one and Calitris to stand on the teleportation circle and basically tell Calitris to briefly search the area and wherever they arrive, and don't get in, try to stay out of danger, and report back. So basically I'll just be playing as Calitris. So
There's a quick whispered conversation between Moradel and the Spectre. I don't know if anyone's trying to listen in on it, but it takes roughly a minute.
I'll try to listen in. Oh, that's actually a 19.
Nice. DM, would this be a stealth or sleight of hand trying to have a hushed conversation?
This would be its stealth.
Dirty 20.
Darn. One
So
way.
definitely not enough to pick up what it is they're saying, and it's weird. It almost sounds like to you, based on what you're hearing, it sounds like a different language almost.
Could I tell what language? Or only one away? Darn.
Not in this one, although there are some very odd hand gestures being exchanged.
Interesting. Well, that's all good. So are you ready?
Yes. After 4 minutes done, the Phantom just floats forward and joins Neris, or not Neris.
Calatrus.
Cal's just like, no, he just pops dimensions. He's going to go chill with Neris for a bit.
Gets on the teleportation circle, uses it, and now he's on the island. In the fight. He's the next opponent. Yeah, Calatrus will, making sure everybody else is off, Calatrus will say the name of the next city. I don't remember what it is, but the characters would.
Blackberg.
Blackberg. Okay. It's a fun name.
Yeah,
Anything happen?
it does. The
Okay.
teleportation circle lights up, and then Calatrus and the Spectre are gone.
Neat. So yeah. I assume you're probably switching maps, yeah.
Getting scene ready, getting scene ready. Hold on. 1 second. I wasn't expecting Calatrus and the Spectre to be the only ones going.
Do you want to say that Ballard went with, just so that everybody has a character involved?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Ballard will be like, "Oi, you're not going without me, laddie."
And then he just jumps on. It's like, let's go.
I'm just imagining him jumping in as the lights being lit up, like at the very last minute. He
Yeah.
would. To victory!
Jump on the circle.
Like, now
Freedom!
I'm imagining him having like a little like cup with alcohol that's been poured into it. I'm also gonna say, I don't know whether it would have been better to say it before or after, like we're done with this, but Onyx is gonna try like just pouring some alcohol in his mouth and see what happens, because that's what a lot of the other people are doing, or have been doing.
Is Bender about to be born?
Did I forget to mention Onyx has like a little like door chest thing where he can just open up his insides and it's empty, just like Bender? No, he does not. That is not true.
All right.
Okay.
Ready to get this caboose moving?
Okay. And you guys, this room, it is stone all around you, and your only light is these torches that are hanging up on the entryway that leads out to this path.
I don't see anything. Sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry. Don't mean to cut you off. Sorry, shouldn't have.
I just want to make sure everyone has the right settings.
Try leaving and coming back in if things are looking. It should be good.
Yeah, is anyone else able to say anything, or is it not showing up for them either?
I'm just seeing the grand void at the moment.
I am away from my computer at the moment.
Hmm. Theater of the mind, it is. No, it's. Yeah, like. Don't know why. Fog of War.
Fog of War exploration progress was reset for the scene.
Yeah, I saw the same notification. Interesting.
Huh. You guys should be
Void.
able to see things.
Are we like? Is it on like the wrong layer? I don't know. Maybe I don't know how. I don't know as much about how this one works. Foundry. GM side of things, I should say.
Are you guys? No, because I don't think I have. Oh God,
Yeah.
bless you. Oh,
Bless you.
It's a big sneeze there.
Your soul was really trying to run from your body there.
That's not even the biggest sneeze I've had.
huh. I wonder if it's just taking a while to load.
Maybe.
I will not. I will lie.
Could
I
be.
won't lie. This is a really big map, guys.
I bet it is based off of like
Ooh.
the cursor size.
Yeah, the margins.
Guys,
Holy crap, how big is this?
So this is.
I'm still zooming out.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger maps.
guys,
yeah, boy.
Really bigger maps.
we have to
Oh, this
search
is huge.
every inch of this place. There is likely no hidden treasure, but we need to make sure. The gamer in me will not allow us to not 100% this.
How about we finish? We kill Sloth and then we come back and just raid the entire place. Defeat
just
Sloth.
Get all the treasure.
Tell no one. Defeat Sloth.
Okay, so
tell nobody.
by the way you guys are describing it, we're going to need to keep his death like secret for like a couple of days while we search and loot everything.
No, I'm teasing. Out of curiosity, and you probably can't tell us this at this point, but is this map seems like it's like the majority of like the city and civilization? Is this like is this the same map that Sloth is on? And it's just he's on in the other corner.
I
Probably
cannot
can't
say.
Fair.
I cannot tell you guys what awaits you in this map.
Another big map.
There may be another big map section. A map inside of a map? I don't know.
Do we just want to go Theater of the Mind?
Yeah,
until
I'm also
this...
sharing my screen as to what you guys should be seeing.
Alright, that works too.
Hide anything we shouldn't be seeing.
Oh no, don't worry. I got multiple Foundry windows open because I want to make sure.
Crystal is an expert. We cannot doubt her.
Also, this is just a fun trick one of my friends thought up of. Find a map that's a perfect square, that's essentially a perfect mirror of itself, and just make it essentially fold out into 3 ways. So it's actually a quarter of the size, but we're just going into reflections of the same map, so that's why there's so many empty areas.
Oh, so like you can do like that corner of the one map and then switch to another map for that? Yeah, that kind of works.
And that explains why, like, when you hit one edge of the map, you suddenly teleport to the other side and you just don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is what you guys see. You guys are in this round circular
Oh wow,
room.
this is a cool map.
In front of you, directly to the west of this map, um, is actually an open doorway, and you can see stairs leading down uh, into a kind of another open-ish area. Um, Above you is what appears to be a stone statue of some figure, dwarven in nature by the size of it, but in armor. And then to the south and the west of you guys are stone doors that are currently shut.
Interesting. I assume those stone doors are probably like too large for us to open. Or at least
You could
Ballard and Calatrus.
certainly
I don't know about
try.
Spectre. Spectre, I don't know what's going on, what his deal is exactly.
But if they're big, maybe we can squeeze through a keyhole or under the door?
Isn't Ballard decently like sized? And this is not like a giant city, I don't think. But
No,
there's no other creatures
Well-
in this room aside from us, right?
correct.
Just cat, mouse, and spooky specter.
Hmm.
I mean, he is
Iconic
the
trio.
size of a rat. He can sit on Mercedes' shoulder.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, as far as I understand, rats can squeeze through any hole they can fit their heads into, but I don't know if those same rules apply.
Valor
Well, I don't know if it's-
So, just
He's wearing full armor.
gonna ask, Mike. I sent a ghost through with the specific instructions to survey what he could and retreat if something was either they couldn't get through it or they felt it'd be too dangerous or would alert them to continue. So he can literally phase through walls, but he is aware that he will take damage if he ends his 40 feet of movement in a wall, and he'll just be jettisoned out with like a D10 of force damage for every 10 feet traveled.
That's a useful thing, that's for sure.
Yeah, so he can, if he'll just pop his head slowly into the door, like, you know, any ghost movie you've ever seen, and just slowly move throughout and just explore until he finds something.
He just gonna do his own thing, and I assume probably doesn't respond to like anything Ballard or Calatrus would say.
There's no honest way for me to know if he could come back, because I don't know how, if you need to be physically there to trigger this. He is a ghost.
That is a good thing. He might try coming back to you the long way.
Okay, here's my idea as far as which direction we should go. We should go east.
Do we hear anything?
Because metaphorically, going west is a symbol for death. Just saying.
Oh, Heidi. You're a weeb. We're all weebs, but...
Okay,
If you guys would like to
I'm
roll
just-
me a
I'm really
perception
into
check, I can let you guys know what you guys hear.
Yeah, I get it.
okay.
Calatrus gets advantage on hearing-based perception checks. Hearing and smelling.
Ooh, 17.
Actually, wait. It's smell and then poison sense. Oh, wouldn't it be hearing as well, or is that not the case?
Nope.
Huh. I guess it's just a normal one. I've had worse. 15.
Okay. And Siler?
I mean, 15's pretty good. 15's pretty solid.
Okay. So with that, you guys will all hear the sound of running water. You guys will hear what sounds like wood burning. Not like this place is on fire, but there's a
Like
fire
crackling
in
of
place.
like a
Yeah, the
campfire.
crackling of wood. Yeah, exactly, something like that. And the creak of what you can only assume is some type of machinery, because you hear like wood creaking and the kind of soft clang of metal every now and then clicking against each other, but you don't hear any voices.
Is there any directions for any of those?
This is what you hear coming out of the east.
East, okay. Interesting. Calatrus is going to begin slowly approaching.
Yeah, let's go for that.
More accurately, stealthily approaching. Yeah, I listen, I get that, but there's also the saying, good adventures always go left. So, going towards the danger. Go towards the danger.
Hmm.
The excitement. Also,
X
this
to
is
doubt.
the only direction that we wouldn't have to deal with the door in. At least currently.
Okay, fine. We'll go that way. Don't blame me if we die. I'm kidding, of course. Not really, but kind of.
Sure you aren't.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what we can find.
Okay, so you guys make your way down these stairs, and you guys will see this stone platform almost acting like a bridge that is over this running stream of water. You guys are able to see that to the north, it looks like there is a larger body of water that is feeding into the stream. And as it runs down, there's actually a water wheel that looks like it is helping to work a furnace.
Intriguing.
Hmm.
I see there is a token on there. Is that
Water wheel working a furnace.
somebody we can see?
Yes. You guys will see a dwarven woman, blonde, who looks like she is currently laying down on the ground.
Oh, is she dead? Poke, with a tiny sword.
Calatrus, will approach, and she's gonna check. I don't know how much of Sid's knowledge would transfer over to his familiar. She'll just check for now if she's breathing, for starters.
Okay. As you guys get closer, you guys will tell that yes, she is in fact breathing, and she's actually softly snoring.
Ah.
Oh.
The good type of unconscious.
Under the effects.
Is she injured at all?
Ballard return to the others.
I think
Suppose
we're
we
all
should wake her up.
there together, I think. There's no guarantees on what her reaction would be. Is she injured at all?
We could
Or
question
famished or anything? Do I need to roll something for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a medicine check, please.
Calatrus has a higher wisdom than Sid does.
Can I roll my own for that?
You sure can.
That's a 3 total.
She sure is sleeping.
Calatrus is a cat. She doesn't care. Oh, you're alive? That's good.
Takes
I
cat
guess.
naps all the time.
I guess that's good.
15 for me.
Perfect. With the 15, you'll be able to tell that no, there's no visible markings on her body. It doesn't look like she is showing any signs of discomfort or pain. It looks like she's just taking a nap.
Taking a nap. Probably would be.
Ballard is just gonna crack his little rat knuckles. Should we question her?
Might be good. Maybe don't be antagonistic, but seeing what she knows would be good. Do we want to try and tie her up? We don't have any rope.
Then.
Is there any rope around here that we can tie her up with?
No rope. You do see sacks of what it looks like coal, and a couple wheelbarrows filled with rocks of certain types, but no rope.
Well, then let's just cut some of the bags into strips and
But when they're doing
Then
that,
who bites her with that?
the figure is going to try and wake up this person.
Oh boy.
Ballard and Calitrus start to cut these bags into strips while this specter goes over. And what does he do exactly to try and wake up this person?
And I'm sorry, a little muffled on my end. Could you describe what am I looking at? Is this a person? Like
It is
tall, short?
No, a small dwarven woman, blonde hair, actually pretty thinly built for a dwarf.
Boy, Goldilocks. Nap time's over.
She lets out what can only be described as an even louder snore before she turns over.
How far away is she from the water?
She is about 25 feet away.
Let me just double check the things I can and can't do as a ghost.
Can always try the claws.
Yeah, and Ballard and Calitrus, you guys do hear this, that he is just trying to wake her up sans rope.
Probably fine without the rope. I think
Too
we could take her.
faster.
I
We could
mean,
probably take her.
assuming as this is going on, I'm essentially trying to keep waking her up, but making the sound specifically come from the side away from her. So if she keeps rolling herself to get away from it, she's just going to roll off the side.
Oh. Well, does she seem like she's likely to wake up from any efforts of ours?
I think we gotta try it before knowing for sure.
But this will only last at least like 20 seconds. Then eventually he will just poke her with a knife.
Calitrus is just gonna try like clawing her leg a little.
Oh god. Ballard, do you also poke her?
Everybody poke her.
He's gonna
If
take
it looks-
just a step back.
If it looks like the narrator's going to do it first, he'll take a step back and wait for the reaction. If not, he's got his own knife ready.
Okay. So
Ballard
as
is just
she-
waiting so that if they get yeeted, he's
He doesn't? Okay, smart.
the one that gets yeeted.
So as she's tossing and turning, Calitrus, you go over and scratch at her leg. And that definitely causes a reaction as her eyes pop open. And she lets out a little yelp of pain. What the bloody hell was... And she's looking down at her leg and then at the cat next to her. Oh, piss off. I did not waste my nap for this.
I was just gonna point to Caltress. It was not me, Liz. Was not me, lass. Boy, I cannot do my Scottish accent today.
Oh, you wanted
Never
to.
been.
You know you wanted to, though.
Oh, fuck. You guys could talk?
Yeah, because we're from a bloody fairy tale, aren't we?
No, you idiot. We're not from a fairy tale.
Oh, she would have figured that out on her own. I spoil the fun.
Miss, if you could answer a few of our questions, I'm sure we could let you get back to your nap.
Oh shit, he can talk.
As soon as you say that, her eyes go wide as she looks over and sees a ghost now talking to her as well. Oh.
What a motley crew.
Is
Don't overthink it, just answer the questions. What is this place?
this place? It's the mines, at least the entrance to them. What?
We know where we are, yeah.
Am I?
No, this exact place. So when we enter, we know exactly how to navigate. If, let's say, within the next 2-3 days, a small gathering would come here for, let's say, a tour. Could you direct them through this place?
Why would they want to go through this place? Oh, Callie, that bitch, she drugged me.
How
Who's
much
Callie?
do you think she knows about what's happening?
Why do you think that she drugged you?
I'm talking to a rat, a cat, and a fucking ghost.
Well, you do like
To
you
be
look
fair,
like
my
you've seen one.
darling, that could have happened anyway.
Are you sure? 'Cause this is the first sighting I've seen of a ghost, a
I
cat,
can
and
assure
a
you there are
rat.
places this is commonplace. There are other places where, as I understand it, some familiars aren't, if they're not taught to talk, it just means the owner's lazy.
So are all three of you familiars?
We've all got our own brand,
More like a
dearie.
companion.
One is a familiar of magic, if I haven't been lied to. One, a companion, though I don't know how he learned to talk. That's pretty impressive. I am a trapped soul in an inanimate object that a friend of mine is carrying.
She kind of blinks for a second. Callie, that bitch, this is the last time I'm taking any free drinks from you.
You got a friend named Callie?
Let's not be hasty. Those free drinks, be cautious, but never be ungrateful.
Do I need to warn Sidian against your friend's motivations?
Who is Sidian?
My master. It's
If
familiar.
it would speed things up, we have a means to get you to them, directly to them, and you could ask any one of your questions, file these grievances. I'm sure it could be settled and
It might
sorted
just
out.
be simpler if we did bring you to them.
I've been raised to not follow strangers, more so talking animals and sexy ghosts. But
Sexy?
listen,
Calichus just asks rhetorically.
Oh, sorry about that. And he lets his hood down, and the cloak, it looks like he's going to take it off, it just vanishes. And you can very clearly see it seems to be a man going into his late 20s, bit of scruff, about almost shoulder-length black hair.
Calchus
nods. All right, I guess
okay,
that was a more apt
voice
description.
matches the face. Yes, wonderful. Still not happening.
Fair enough. If they were to come here and ask you, would you be obliged to answer if they had more questions?
Sure. Yes.
They're trying to deal with the whole sloth situation, and knowing what to expect is half the battle right now, it seems.
I mean, if they want to try, sure. What's
Well, they
more
already
for the fire?
succeeded with, some of them already succeeded with lust.
If you are to believe the rumors, and I mean, one of them did have, like, didn't yours have the skull, his skull?
Oh no, he has it mounted in his lab.
All
Bit of a
right.
brutish display, but it works.
Yeah, let's go with it for now. Sure. I will believe what you say, but...
Tell you what, we will go and bring our own companions here, and it will either never happen because this was in fact just a mild or strenuous hallucination, or they come back and maybe broaden the mind a bit on what is out there, because like I said, some places this is just a Tuesday.
Before that, if you wouldn't mind telling us a bit about, are things safe relatively safe here? Would they be in any immediate danger if they came through the
Things are
portal?
never safe here.
Well, I
But
suppose that's
yeah,
fair.
I guess recently it's gotten worse. The monsters have been more restless, deeper in the mines, and people have been acting strange, but nothing some hard work can't iron out.
I'm glad to hear you've still got your work ethic with you. That does seem to be one of the things.
That, or if you can get yourself on some Dragonfire whiskey, apparently helps.
Apparently, it does.
The things Callie makes that taste like water.
Well, then no wonder you're not succumbing to the delirium.
Sure, if that's what it's called.
All right, so we know
Not a
this
bad
place
name
is
for
going
it.
to be this place is going to be a journey, so we'll let them know to stock up and prepare in that sense. And are you going to be in this general area when we come back, quote unquote?
If this isn't a dream, after all.
I don't know.
Hallucination,
I
remember? I think
spend-
she'd have better dreams than this.
I wish, but I don't spend all hours of the day here. Most of them, yes. Some of them, I'll be at the tavern.
There's more people that are still around here, I take it then?
Of course.
Good.
Are you saying there's an entire
Could you meet us here,
complex here,
perhaps?
even though Sloth has his grip on the city?
Listen, if it's Sloth that's stirring up the trouble down in the mines, then he better get ready.
Out of curiosity, could you meet us here perhaps about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning? Maybe around noon, perhaps, if that works better?
It might be a little later than that, depending on some things, but somewhere around tomorrow.
Listen,
Just so-
I'll be here tomorrow until the thirst hits me. When that strikes, I don't know.
When does that normally strike?
Thirst, will you be at the bar then, or?
Naturally.
Could we get like directions from here to there if that's not too much?
The bar. You're gonna go up these stairs, and she'll point to these stairs down here, to the west. Take that hall straight down. You can't miss it.
Alrighty then. We have a meeting place of sorts. If we can't find her immediately, I think this is a good start.
We'll probably, hopefully, meet you here tomorrow. It's good to know at least that we're not gonna get like jumped like by a dozen different demons the moment we step through the portal tomorrow.
I
That's
mean,
the
look,
main
I'm,
thing.
Oh, but what if it's Brett? You never know what's gonna happen.
I'm
That too.
assuming that we're going to send out our own little recon team like this to just, spring the trap if necessary. If not,
Yeah.
Because I don't think we need to be like ambushed to be surrounded by that many demons. We hit the wrong door, and that could just be like the demons, little hub of area.
True.
Yeah. So I think we've got the information that we needed. So, do we want to go back through, or do we want to keep on exploring over here? Do we have any other questions for her? By the way, what is your name? Ori? That's a very dwarvish name.
I'm sorry, did you say Vori or Dory?
Ori.
They do like
Or
rhyming their
Ori.
names.
Well, it was
You
a
have a
pleasure to meet you, Dory, and assuming we are in fact real, I'd love to join you for a drink.
You know what?
This
Can you
goes
drink?
hitting on her.
Can you drink?
You guys, so little imagination. You guys really thought Mimsy would let himself not be able to drink even as a ghost?
That would track.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Also, that's totally the name of one of the dwarves in The Hobbit. There's like at least 3 others that like have similar names.
Is Oin Gloin, Bori Dory, Biffer Boffer,
Uh-huh.
Feely Keely,
Isn't there Nori as well?
Thorin,
Ori, Dory,
Nori,
Nori.
yeah.
I'll be honest, I've got like it's not a pickup line, but a start a fight line that I'm dying to use in a bar with a dwarf. It's wake one up that's either hungover or doesn't look pleased, and it's just waiting for him to just tell me he's not happy or something. Essentially, if he tells you who he's not, then ask him, okay, then which one of them are you? If he says, I'm not happy or I'm pissed off and angry, like, oh, so where are your other brothers?
Oh yeah, that is a good one. I saw the. I'm not happy. Well, then which one are you? Yeah. Yeah. So, you want to explore
let's
more?
go back. I mean, I think like we're good to go back and report and see if we're even able to go back. I don't know if this is a one-way trip.
That is also true. Probably not, but we'll see. So
If nothing else, this will just become a rescue mission for the familiars.
oh god, now I just realized we have now set a precedent that these our familiars can now go through these portals and do recon like this, so this is probably going to be a semi-regular thing in future arcs.
I mean, assuming, because your familiar can be retrieved, this is a ghost, so it can be like dispelled and it just goes back to the sword.
I mean,
Yeah. Ballard, not so much.
Yeah, Ballard's there. It's kind of why I'm down to lie in with the familiar.
So
nope,
let's
we're not
just
gonna
go back.
abandon Ballard.
Well, also, I'm just thinking, like, now Sid can justify sending Calatrus to, like,
No
fetch
man or
things
rat
for
left
him.
behind.
Like, Calatrus can now go and fetch things for him in, like, during the breaks and all that. So, like, now I'm just imagining, like, Calatrus doing, like, a food run, like, teleporting to an entirely different city, bringing like a couple gold with her, buying him food, and then coming back.
Oh. I mean, she could just bring one of those little Baby Bell cheese things with her, and that'd be enough rations for like a week for him.
For Sid or for Calatrus?
Either
I
or.
thought you were talking about Ballard. Bringing food back for Ballard.
Yeah. Oh, for Ballard, yeah. Yeah?
I'm sorry.
All right, I guess we're popping back.
Talking about.
Nah, you're good.
All right.
Everybody, probably.
Beam us up, Scotty.
Back to the other place.
okay. And you guys pop back. Stand back in the room with the stone doors and the stone dwarven statue. And when you guys calls out Ardlock Keep, the floor lights underneath you, and then when the lights are gone, you guys are back in Ardlock Keep.
Oh, that was actually faster than I thought. Do we want to roleplay this, or do we just want to say that our familiars catch us up?
I mean, we could just say that they catch us up.
Yep.
I mean, I'm assuming they do, but you guys are, at least Sidian does get to see what the ghost now looks like.
Ah, cool. I think Mercy said that she was going to stay out here as well while this is happening.
As soon as Ballard shows up, she's just gonna scoop him up and set him back on her shoulder.
Yeah. You know what? Sid holds his arm out and Cal just lands on it like a falcon collar.
Oh my god. Sure.
Shall we go back in to get some drinks and plan out our...
There's a hushed conversation again that if anyone wants to try and listen into, happening between the ghost and Bordal.
Oh.
Sure thing.
I'll try to give that
I'll
another
listen
shot.
in.
Can I get... I'm thinking Calatrus is going to try listening in. Oh, that's much better. Calatrus got a 21. Sid got
14.
a 9. I know. I thought he had a bonus to perception. No, I guess not. Thought he did.
And you guys are able to see the map now, right? Now that we're back at Arlock.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, perfect.
perfectly.
Yep.
It's a wonder.
Okay, well then you guys are able to hear bits and pieces of that conversation. And they are doing a few hand signs, not entirely sure what this is. But a few of them seem to be repeating, and then at the end, it does look like the ghost is now smiling and just gives him a big old hug, which is weird because as soon as he does, he kind of just melts, and you see his eyes flicker for a bit.
Huh.
And he lets out a nice, it's a big smile, and then it flickers back, and then you just see him to essentially unhook his sword and put it back in its sheath.
Yeah. Interesting. Calatrus is definitely going to share with Sid and Mercy that the ghost was flirting with the dwarf they met.
Oh, good heavens.
Which was weird. And
Well,
Sid
then,
just kind of...
I'm glad you have. I'm
Sorry.
glad you all have helped us understand the general layout of the place now. Hopefully that'll keep us a little bit better informed as we move forward.
I mean, as far as the report goes, I think this was a pretty good success, and this is a very actually safe and efficient way to do this, staking them out.
It's good to know that...
If the circle is intact and usable, this can definitely be a way to do it.
Definitely save some time on traveling, so I think that this is probably should be our go-to method now that the teleportation hub's back up. I vote that I'd say that probably tomorrow morning let's this time maybe just Calatrus. Make sure that there is no enemies are right on top of us there. None have appeared.
Right now, send for traps. I can send... Well, no, if you just want to use Calatrus just to be stealthy, that works.
Well, it's just have her pop her head in for a moment, check, and then if nobody's there, pop back, give us the all clear, and we make our way there. We do have to trust...
Proceed.
Ori was her name, that she's not going to tell anybody, and that if she does tell anybody, it won't make its way to any devils, but I think it sounded like she was relatively uninterested.
That did seem to be the way, and it also seemed like they may have known a few from here, so probably can give a judge of character for that.
Perhaps.
So what would you guys like to do now?
It's getting decently late. Are you guys good to keep going? Because I think we want to have that conversation.
I'm good to go for however long you guys want to. But like for my character, then he's essentially ready just to call it a night and wait to see what tomorrow happens. And Merlin, I assume he just had his thing with the maid or the bartender.
I'm actually gonna say Onyx has been drinking this entire time and probably need to roll some stuff, but
Does he belch fire? Tell me he belches fire.
we'll find out, I guess.
So you guys make your way back to the tavern, and as you guys are approaching, you guys will hear a female voice singing. It almost sounds to be hymns.
Hmm.
But Onyx, yes.
Hymns?
Yep.
I mean, I guess I'm going. I don't know if anyone else, but I'm going in to check this out.
Yeah, we'll also go in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll 3 con saves to see
Yes, please.
for Onyx to see where he's at. Would that be saves or checks? And actually, come
Saves.
to think of it, he does have advantage against being poisoned.
Also, there would have been like heavy drinking for Merlin. He's essentially he would have the way he'd approached it because they can't really go out and leave the bar for like the little night out he was trying to have with the bartender. He'd go for more of it like just a 20 questions. So tell me, how was life before all this shit?
Oh, that's right. They were left alone, and they actually didn't get at each other's throat. Mostly, I think, because he was more interested in her. But yeah,
I mean, for the most part. But then like it's hey, he's here, he's drinking, and he hasn't tried to come at me. That's a point in his book.
That's a new one.
That's good. First one's a nat 20, by the way. Second one's a 21. And then third one...
Yeah, Onyx is funny.
Oh, third one, both of them rolled 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. So maybe...
He's just starting to feel a little bit tipsy. Not too crazy. But it's a weird feeling, because...
He is...
I was about to say, like, he unknowingly, he just filled up a tank to use as a makeshift flamethrower without realizing it.
I'm gonna roll like a d20 and like if it's like above a 15, can he belch fire?
With the stuff he's drinking, yes.
Oh, please let it happen when we walk in.
What's a 15?
Not full on fire, but when you do let out a belch, there were like these little sparks that came out of you that were surprising.
This is an unusual feeling. Why are you all sideways? Saying to the group as he walked.
During that time, your talks with the barkeep, you got to know her name, which is Fira. She'll let you know that she is not from our little keep originally. She was actually from Era and made her way up here during the destruction of Era.
That's definitely going to something to file away for later.
And she's been up here for about 2 years now and has grown fond of this community. She'll let you know about the 2 dwarves that are laying down on the table right now, who are kind of the makeshift rulers of this city in a way, the leaders. The older gentleman acted before all this happened as the kind of mayor, and the granddaughter was in charge of the mines.
That tracks.
And she'll talk about the gnome blacksmith who is also a runaway from Era, but who settled up here because of the rumors of the metals and different things he'd be able to create. So he actually came up here before the disintegrated.
Nice. All right. Well, I gave him 3 con saves, and they were like 20 something, and 15. So I'm assuming he's okay.
You're fine. You are starting
Uh,
to feel it a little bit, which is surprising because you are a heavy drinker and this is starting to do something, but not enough to where you could say that you're,
Drunk.
yeah, you're drunk or you're tipsy or anything.
and this is fun. He does with a few of this. He actually does get a bit talkative because he at one point forgets that there is one person there just drinking him by himself. He lets her know that he grew up essentially on the water. He tells him a bit about his friend slash rival and just his well, he's hoping to get some things back that he's lost.
Should I roll something for Onyx to see if he would overhear this? Because basically right now all he's doing, like, there's nobody he's talking with, there's nothing he's really doing while he's doing this, he's just drinking.
Roll me a perception check, but roll at a disadvantage.
Also
I think
fair.
by the time he brings this out, Onyx has drunk a lot. And it's starting to feel things.
Well, one of them's not so bad, the other one's a nat 1.
No, I think you actually misheard him. Something about him actually looking to make friends on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
A part of me was hoping he got so blatantly drunk he screamed, "Bite my shiny metal ass!"
I don't know if he's quite at the point where he'd do something like that without, like, I mean, if he had instructions to do that, then yeah, absolutely. I think at some point in the lull of the conversation, like, I don't think he wants to interrupt when you're talking about that, but I think he misunderstands you saying not that you lost a lot of your friends and, like, thinks you want to have friends, and at some point, like, afterwards he says, "Why can't we be friends? I am uncertain on why that is the case."
He'll just like blatantly stop the conversation, like, "We are still not square," and then we begin the friendship.
How do we become square, though?
That
I am many shapes. Square is not one of them.
exactly, but we figure that out later. Maybe over drinks. You drink a lot. That's good.
Oh,
That's
I'm
good.
already drinking. Already drinking.
It's definitely going to turn over to. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to lie. This stuff is great.
This is an interesting feeling.
Yeah, we get that stuff directly from Blackbird. They know how to make damn good ale up there.
I can certainly believe this now.
Ale. That's what. Ale. This is a good feeling. This is tingly, I think, is the sensation.
Okay, I rolled this, and now he's just going to start acting. Now that we've gone a bit of it, he's going to act starting just a little bit off, initially. Now, do you want to see something interesting?
Interesting?
This is him still talking to.
Sorry, yeah.
But definitely, you could definitely join in on this if you'd want. Jasker, do you want to see something interesting?
Sure.
He'll take his glass and he just starts walking on the wall and then to the ceiling, and just upside down. He'll just give a toast for drinking.
Is he drinking upside down?
Yeah, this is a
No.
keg stand on the ceiling. Is just chugging the drink.
I do not know if I can do that.
The barmaid actually lets out a laugh as she sees this and cheers you on as you start drinking upside down on her ceiling. I've seen many things in my time here, but that one's a first. Impressive.
Ah, thank you. I do my best. And he lets himself go, and he's going to try to make it a cool landing, but let's see if it fucks up or not.
Go ahead.
That is also fair.
What would this be exactly?
Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check, please.
I just
Oh,
disconnect, or where is everybody?
No, it
Oh, okay, there you go.
sorry,
wait
just
for the roll.
Still there. Everybody's just
yeah,
being quiet.
it's a 19. It was almost a one. I was just like, oh, is he gonna? No, it's a 19.
No. Then you land pretty gracefully. Surprisingly so. And the barmaid looks impressed.
It's at this point that he's likely lost both his shirt because he only wears like the overcoat and like just the other stuff. And during that little stunt, he's likely already lost them both. So you can fully see the tattooed chest, but also, if anyone's looking any closer, the various scars and patterns along the front and back of his body are now essentially visible.
Interesting. Is this while you're still upside down, or when you've already gotten down?
No, upside down is like when the stuff was lost because it's kind of just on him. It's not really like clipped onto anything. So
Hanging on by a thread.
So as he
I mean,
lands
it's
down,
just
he
gravity,
lands down shirtless.
essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And just goes for a refill.
She'll fill up your glass, pour out one for herself, and then look towards Onyx to see if he needs another glass too. And pours one out for him anyways.
I don't. I am assuming like he's got like I don't know exactly how much he's gone through, but he's probably got like several empty bottles in front of him. So I think he will accept another one, kind of not knowing that most people would have a limit. New trait he has acquired, at least for now, alcoholic.
Nice. And as she's drinking, you guys will, in the bar, clearly hear that this barmaid starts to sing some hymns to what she assumes is herself, but she's also been drinking quite a bit. It's a little louder than she intended. And that's when the rest of the party
Are
starts
these
up.
hymns directed at any particular deity?
Yes, they are. Mercedes,
Asmodeus.
Roll. Yes, ma'am. Alright, so that's a base 12 plus 7, 19.
Perfect. So there is a common name that she is repeating in these hymns, and Mercedes, you will pick up the name Myliki. And
Myliki?
Myliki. And
Okay.
in your studies, Mercedes, you recall that she is the goddess of the forest. And normally she's aligned with what you can consider the good side of the pantheon. She is a big preacher on peace. And yeah, that's what you hear.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
How loud would you say this hymn is? Like just something to herself, or is she just like enjoying it?
It started off as something to herself, and then it got louder as she continued.
You might just join along just a little bit, but as soon as she finishes hers,
Mm-hmm.
he's essentially going to come into his own and just start. Is the music bot in? Music bot in.
No, but you can bring it in.
Interesting.
Damn, I forgot how to do that.
Give me the link.
I think you got it. I know that like YouTube's been cracking down on on music bots, even if they don't do YouTube links, which is weird.
It's still
Oh, that's right.
Hopefully this one is working. I think.
Spotify link. Anything but YouTube.
Damn it, YouTube! I gotta ruin all the fun.
Right?
Buzzkill.
Or Mercedes will join in with some hymns as well. Bringing in that spirit of fellowship.
Meanwhile, Sid's going all like, things are getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely waiting for like a lull for them to finish their own things before he essentially busts out to his own, and I'm just gonna link it. I dropped this in the bot, right?
Perfect.
Okay, do I just drop the link in jam session or?
Either one. You can put it in jam session or in bot commands.
There it is.
Sounds like an old saloon tune. And not Saloon the goddess, but Saloon.
Just pronounce saloon like
Okay,
saloon.
it's shitty. Divinity, divinity. Traveling on the sea.
Oh,
Lovely.
This is amazing. And while this is going on, Mercedes, while you were singing yours, it almost caught you by surprise. She joined in as if she knew the words.
Oh! Well, that's just gonna bring a glow to her countenance.
I'm gonna say Onyx is actually humming along.
As if he also knows the words.
I don't know the word. He does
This
not
has
know the
become
words.
a musical episode.
And
Every show needs one.
Marlon, as you're singing, this is not one that she knows the words to, unfortunately, but she is able to clap along to the rhythm. And it sounds like she's enjoying it.
Onyx will hum to this one as well.
Would I roll a performance because he is singing this very much loud, proud, as if he had his whole crew with him?
Please do.
And I'm gonna need you to sing that right here, right now. For real, for real.
I mean, I'd have to start it over, but I have no problem singing this.
No, I'm teasing.
I love this song.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't know if we want to do that right now.
Hey, next time we hit karaoke, I will sing this song.
That's one of the things we should have done during the trip that we didn't get a chance to do.
Next time.
This is true, but next time.
It's a nice one.
Now, is anyone else singing this with me, or is it just me?
I think by the end of the song, she picks up the words, and we'll try to join along.
Onyx is just humming. He hums the both of them.
Stick to
Enjoying
my
the
own
audience.
hymns. No secular music for this girl.
Only Christian rock. Normal
Right.
rock is heathenous.
Well, it was pretty much black. No, it was pretty basic. The words were sung, but because there's no one else but him. And toward the end, it was more or less just like a 10. So the message was across, but it's better when you're singing it with a crew.
Yeah, this is definitely a crew song, but still entertaining in its own merit.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing more people come in now, she will offer you guys more alcohol if you guys so wish. But she'll also say, or if you guys are ready to turn in, I can lead you to your rooms.
I think seeing the two of them, or Onyx and him, they seem to be getting along at least a bit better. I guess they'll still ask or go and check in. Hey, I know things were kind of shaky, but can we just put what's past? Or is there some way we can do that? For no other reason than to just get on with things?
We'll be square when we be square. Don't rush it. It'll happen. We're already on the way.
Can we just say at this point that if I turn my back, you're not going to try and make him into scrap?
Well, no, unless he hits first, like I said.
All right. Not get into that again. But let's just call it a night for now.
Yeah.
All right.
You will
Sounds
go
good.
ahead and catch it.
Do we want to call it a night in-game and out-of-game, or?
Yeah, I think this is a good
Oh, okay.
for
Yeah.
you guys go.
Yeah, it's more or less. You guys will chill out. Merlin will not. He's going to try and get one last thing to made, but everyone else is definitely. Bordell's definitely out to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the barmaid will start to lead whoever's ready to turn in to the back area of this tavern.
Yeah.
And give you all each your own individual rooms with your own individual
Nice.
beds.
I'm going to roll one more time for Onyx just to see if because I think he did drink a bit more after the rest arrived. And I want to see if he felt the full effect or not. Darn, I'm almost a little disappointed because that's a 2 and an 18. And the 18 has a +6 on top of it, so.
Nope.
The downside of Amazing Con. He definitely has a buzz, though.
I mean, that's a good thing for like when we're up against, that kind of bad poisons or keeping up spells,
yeah.
but.
Well, he's.
When you're trying to get drunk, not so much.
Con is his second highest stat, and he has resistance to being poisoned.
It's the bane of like the paladins who've seen too much.
Yeah. But maybe that's how we get the two of them square. Drinking competition.
I mean, that is definitely an option. Not gonna lie, that's definitely one of the paths we can take.
Yeah, Sid definitely spends a bit of time like, I was not aware you could eat, much less get drunk, potentially. So he has a bit of a time with that before heading to bed.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bordeaux's definitely going in, and he has this weird thing where he just likes to. He sleeps essentially bundled up, It's a very odd little thing because I'm sure he has like a room with a bed or something, but he's essentially just made a small fort.
Interesting. Does Marcia go around praying over everybody tonight? I'm sorry, too soon.
She might just. She might just
This is why
kind of
Merlin is
tap
staying
each
up.
door. She'll just walk by each door and like lightly touch them and bless them instead of going in and creeping on people. Seems like a reasonable
It's immediately on.
alternative.
That seems to work. I think that works.
I mean, that's definitely a way to avoid it.
Yep.
Touching and getting directly over
It's gonna be
somebody,
like
I
the
think,
quickest.
is the quickest one for Marlin.
Yeah.
And at
Oh, yeah.
Marlin's room, it is going to be the quickest prayer you ever did see
Question.
or hear.
Where is his room exactly?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Marlin has been shown to his room yet because he still didn't want to sleep yet.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
Okay,
No,
then
so I don't
no
know. He would
worries.
know. Right. He's definitely going to essentially make his play and both argument that I don't really need to sleep unless I need a reason to.
Well, if you don't take
Happiness,
long rests, you'll
fulfillment,
get
not
exhaustion.
being sleepy.
Oh no, like he can rest, just so he doesn't actually need to go to sleep. He just not do
I
anything.
know. I'm making a joke / giving Sky a hard time.
No, yeah.
Decent.
But yeah. Roll me a performance. See how much you sway this barmaid.
How much wits you got?
For what?
Performance. Because you said you were still trying to.
Right. Sorry, it's taking a while to load. I'm switching pages from one to the other.
Yeah.
No worries.
You good. Actually, no, I take it back. You're not
Oh,
good.
wow.
You're chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Just plus. Oh. Shit, I forgot. I have a +3 to that. So just, yeah, dirty 20 with that one. But the other one was a 1. It's not. No, sorry, dirty 20, but I don't know how that happened. Oh shit, there was one stuck in there. Remember how I told you my niece was playing with her dice? Playing with my dice like all day? I think she jammed one of the D20s in there because there's a second one in here that just rolled out a nat 1.
Wonderful. So your niece got a natural 1, but you got.
She got a natural. I got it just a 17 plus 3.
Sure, it's your niece's dice that got the nat 1.
Oh no, this dice is mine. You're not the second. I told her like, hey, grandma's back. You want to go say hi to her? She flipped out like she was doing something she wasn't supposed to. Like the dice went on the floor, and I don't know what happened. Because she was just like she rolled every dice without picking it up, essentially just making a giant stack. And the second we said like, hey, grandma's back from the store, and she just flipped out like we just said the cops ran her or something. She booked it to her dad.
Booked it, yeah.
No.
That's fun. That's cute. Alright. Anything else we want to do tonight? Or did you want to finish that interaction?
Yeah, no, sorry. But yeah, no, that was basically it.
Yeah, that was a success. So you have successfully charmed this barkeep who hasn't talked to many people, so it was not a really high DC. Your natural 20 completely destroyed.
Well, unnatural.
Yes, unnatural 20. I keep saying natural. Unnatural 20.
Supernatural 20.
Oh, that'd be a fun one.
That's what
You see,
happens
guys,
when you get ghosts
That's
in
what
your
happens.
dice.
No, when you roll like a D anything else, but you somehow get a natural 20.
That'd have to be like a D100 then. Supernatural 20. Or maybe like 2D12. 3D8.
Or an unnatural 0 would be a good one.
Oh man.
I rolled like a.
I've had that happen.
Like 1 or 2, but like I minused it into the negative.
In fact, yeah, I think I even had, not myself, but I had a player in a game that I ran before meeting you guys that got a -1 on an intimidation check.
Oh, I've done that. I've rolled a -1.
Yeah.
Those are just the best, because those are just the best kind of, you slip on a banana peel, or you think you're making like the meanest face, but you're just doing the pout, just the kid puffing their cheeks out.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to it's similar level of low as, I don't know, maybe rolling 2 natural ones with advantage.
I'm never gonna live that down. Oh my goodness.
No,
Twice.
that will live
Twice
live in
round.
infamy. Infamy,
Twice
my
in a
friend.
Happened
That is
twice.
that is a forever
Pain.
thing.
Pain.
Do you want to live that down? Do you want to?
No, that's gonna be
It's
my
like a-
legacy.
That's like
I've
a
accepted.
statistical anomaly.
I mean, that was like some Will Wheaton level shit, and I am very much proud of that.
That was so good. Such a good moment.
At least you don't have Will Wheaton's luck.
But
Let's not even speak of that. Don't think it into existence.
but
It has nothing to do with us.
getting back to the game, we'll leave it here with everyone enjoying their night how they will. We'll pick up next week with tomorrow morning and you guys finally arriving at Blackbird.
Out of curiosity,
Alright.
no,
I love
wait
that
until next week.
we could easily be going from one bar to another in just the span of a session.
Very much so.
It brings bar hopping to new levels.
Kind of surprised because I thought that they were gonna. I thought I thought like things would be worse over there, but it seems like it's actually better.
Well, what this one is, the damage isn't immediately visible with Sloth like it was with Lust.
That's also
So like I'm assuming like when we explore, we're just gonna see how bad that actually is.
My other theory is that because the people there have a harder work ethic, they're actually more resistant. Even though the effects are greater, they're more resistant to the effects. Is my guess.
I'm honestly terrified that like one of our hardest battles over there is going to be a room and a monster, the slowest moving like giant jaws of a monster that slowly come at us, and we have to save every turn against just like we're too lazy to move, and if we don't get out of there in time, it's just going to eat us. It's just the slowest death.
That would be a not great situation to find ourselves in.
And it's not even that hard. This thing moves like at 5 feet around, but you got to keep hitting that DC or it's going to catch you.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been fun, guys.
This was a great game. This was fun. Hopefully
Yeah, I'm
next
excited to see
time.
what happens next session.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I would love it if we hit the next session first part and just let Sidian and Arthur give another crack at that camp before they come back. They stayed behind just to see what else they could scrounge up.
We'll
Fair
see
enough.
what happens with Centurion and Arthur when they get back. But yeah, this will be fun. I'm excited to pick this back up next week. You guys
Yeah.
finally getting to the main city.
Alright.
Woo.
All right, we are one
Yay.
step closer.
Yeah, in the future, let's
Well,
just
y'all take
check the
care.
teleportation circles.
Oh, Did we level up?
Did we? Probably not. Did we
wouldn't.
though?
I don't. Well, did we do anything that would warrant like a milestone? Like, what have we done? We bonded. That's literally it.
I don't-
We
Well, maybe
a
we
little
actually
bit of
have
bonding.
Maybe we have to get to the actual city before we level up.
I will
Oh,
say,
will our animals and our ghosts level up?
I will say, next
Centurion
session,
count?
you guys will be level 9.
Woo!
There's something
Nice.
gonna
Woo!
happen in the middle of the night. I like to just say it now. All of you guys will
Oh.
have, as you guys go to sleep, including you, Onyx, when you guys rest. Finally. You guys, it's almost like you guys had the best dream. But your dreams are filled with
Best dream.
yeah, like this foliage of trees, and you hear birds chirping, and in the distance you hear a stream just gurgling as it like flows down, and it's just you in this clearing just relaxing.
Interesting.
Oh,
That
too good
does
to be
sound great.
true.
It cut out bad
Nope.
for me because I heard you say the breast stream, and that is trying to figure out.
Best stream.
Okay.
Best stream.
If that's what's
Should-
the best stream for you, you know what? No.
Best
But
stream is the best stream.
when you guys wake up, it's almost as if you felt more refreshed than you guys have ever felt.
So just low key,
Hmm.
that prayer alone is what helped us. We really need to start investing more in the gods.
Maybe. Do-
Absolutely.
No, I think it's
Cast your
probably-
cares upon the gods.
I think that's Sloth trying to tempt us to stay asleep. Do we level up then, or should we save that for next session? Oh, we do.
We'll
Okay.
go ahead and level up tonight. I mean, next session will be when you guys wake up anyways, so that way we
Oh.
don't spend time with you guys going up to level 9. You guys
Nice.
are all level 9 now.
Nice.
Yay!
All right. Thank you.
Sweet. Which, side note, Onyx, I think I mentioned before, but he is going to like take a proper long rest because, yeah, he
drunk.
lost a lot.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, so please level up to level 9. Next session, we'll start with you guys waking up with your newfound strength, refreshness, all that fun stuff.
What's that one mean? Woo, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Yep. So, we'll
Nice,
see you guys
nice.
next week.
It's more just,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
This
you're,
will be awesome.
well, I mean, I'll see you guys Wednesday, hopefully. And then,
Yeah, if all things go well.